subtle quiff style, to his torso, which is currently obscured by a sleeveless puffer jacket, but that I know is lean and defined underneath from the weights he started lifting a few years ago, and also genetics. My eyes then move to his hands, to the ones bringing his vape up to his lips, and I lick my own. The details of Freddie are sometimes this close to throwing me over the edge. "You got that?" he asks. "Totally," I say. "I was paying full attention. I could probably do it by myself if you want to simply sit and watch." "Just guide me, and I'll tell you what I need," Freddie says, as he reaches for this flat thing with wheels he calls a creeper. "So, how sure are you that this car won't fall and crush you to death?" "Bae, do you seriously think I'd be working under my car if it wasn't 100% safe?" Freddie says matter-of-factly. "My dad and I were meticulous. The shitbox is on 4 jack stands, plus the wheels are propped on wood blocks, and they're all chalked. It hasn't moved a hair in over 6 months." "If you say so." "Okay, so we're at the clutch cable part." I watched that part of the video again. "It looks like he puts the long thing through a hole, and then there's a clip that slides in there," I say. Then I laugh, thinking about the words that just came out of my mouth. "What?" "Nothing." Guess it makes sense I'm the only one whose mind is not on car stuff right now. The reality is this. There is more sexual tension between Freddie and a clutch cable than there is between him and me. Still, you have to be primed and ready for life, according to my mother. She's always told me that you can't force things to happen in life, but you can put yourself in a position where they could. She was talking about setting yourself up for success by being not only a hard worker, but a smart worker too, the way she was about the piece of land she inherited when my grandpa died and the decision she made to put a drive-through coffee place on it. I choose to apply this advice differently. I put myself right there in Freddie's path in grade 7, literally, on the sidewalk. The moment I saw him, I was hooked. His face, his body, his mannerisms, his voice, his smile. I was 13 years old, and I knew exactly what was going on. It was a full-on physical magnet-type sensation. At that point, one of the guys in his friend group had been asking me out every single morning just so his friends could laugh. Every single day for all of grade 7. "Hey, Baylee, want to go on a date?" Freddie didn't laugh. He would just look away, act like it wasn't happening. Doesn't sound all that thoughtful and considerate, but back then, you were either the one laughing or you were the one disengaging, walking away. Not having to lock eyes with him while I got roasted by some of the idiots he hung out with was actually kind of sweet. So naturally, I liked Freddie even more. I started talking to him as we walked home from school, headed in the same direction. At first it was about homework, then it was about books we were reading. Pretty soon we were talking at school, too. So here I am, such good friends with a guy who makes me want to do things he's only interested in doing with other girls. Any girl except for me, it seems like. Friendship-wise, though, no other girl has been where I am, so there is that. Rianne. Ditched again? If I wasn't working right now, I'd totally crash your movie thing. I missed out on everything. Baylee. I have to get a job. My mom keeps talking about me starting a couple nights a week at her store. Rianne. So do it. You'd be the girl whose mother is her boss. You'd get away with everything. How do I tell Rianne I've been dodging my mother's offers to hire me as a part-time barista at her drive-through coffee shop because the uniform dress code requires you to tuck in your shirt? I have my own dress code, and it is forbidden to wear my clothes in a way that basically screams at people to look at how fat my stomach is. I don't think I'm capable of tucking in my shirt. My arms wouldn't even cooperate with the tuckage. Baylee. She'd probably make me do all the worst jobs. No thanks. But Bookworm Cafe might be a cool place to work. Rianne. Yes, you should totally apply. So what are you doing now, then? Baylee. I'm at Freddie's to help replace his transmission. Rianne. Since when do you know how to fix cars? Baylee. Since never.